Students, so in today's class we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 3, plotting with pyplot 1, bar graphs and scatter plots. So today in this video I will introduce you about what is data visualization. So come, let's start with the class. So here you see what is data visualization. Now modern age has become very fast and competitive with the pace of the development in all fields of life. The reach of all businesses and facilities have gone global because of the modern technologies. This has made things easier and competitive, but at the same time data have increased multifold. In fact, data have grown so big that a specific term has been coined, big data. So whenever you are surfing the internet, you must have heard about the term big data. So what is big data? Big data is nothing. Now, as you know that we all are going with modern technologies, everything has become digital, so all our data have also become digital, and as a result it has collected lot of data from each and every corner of the world. So that collection of data has been coined as big data. Now, as you all are aware that the role of data is to empower decision makers to make decisions based on facts, trends and statistical numbers available in the form of data. But since data is so huge these days that the decision makers must be able to sift through the unnecessary, unwanted data and get the right information presented in compact and apt way so that they can make the best decisions. So for all this purpose, they have introduced the concept of data visualization. Okay, so here it is explained what is data visualization. So it refers to the graphical or visual representation of information and data using visual elements like charts, graphs and maps, etc. Now, data visualization is immensely useful in decision making. It unveils patterns, trends, outliers, correlations, etc. in the data and thereby helps decision makers understand the meaning of data to drive business decisions. So in all the big organizations or your companies, they follow data visualization because it gives a two-dimensional representation of your data, and this 2D representation of data helps them to take important decisions from the big collection of the data. So as you will go through the chapter, you will understand it more nicely. Now here you see, for instance, a company has to decide about which advertising solution should it invest in to promote its new product. Now data visualization will help him or help the company. So just pull out the data of company's previous campaigns and plot a bar chart comparing the performance of different platforms, and bingo, the right decision is right in front. Okay, so this is how it helps many companies and organizations in taking some important decisions. So this chapter is dedicated to get you started with data visualization using Python's module pyplot, where you shall learn to represent data visually in various forms like you have line, bar and pie charts. Okay, so let's start. Now using pyplot of matplotlib library. For data visualization in Python, the matplotlib library's pyplot interface is used. Okay, so the matplotlib is a Python library that produces or provides many interfaces and functionality for 2D graphics similar to MATLABs in various forms. Okay, so matplotlib is a library of Python, and this library gives the functionality, or it also gives different platforms or interfaces for 2D graphics representation of the data. So in short, you can call matplotlib as a high quality plotting library of Python. It provides both a very quick way to visualize data from Python and publication quality figures in many formats. The Matplotlib library offers many different named collections of methods, and out of all those, PyPlot is one of the interface. So PyPlot is a collection of methods within Matplotlib which allows user to construct 2D plots easily and interactively. So on the side you will find some notes which I have highlighted. Okay, so these notes are also important. You have to go through the notes. So here PyPlot definition is given. PyPlot is a collection of methods within Matplotlib library of Python which allows user to construct two-dimensional plots easily and interactively. Now we have to see the installation and importing Matplotlib. Okay, now you shall learn to plot data using PyPlot. But before that, make sure that Matplotlib library is installed on your computer. If your Matplotlib library is not installed, you cannot use the PyPlot interface. Why? Because PyPlot interface belongs to the Matplotlib library of Python. So before starting, you have to check if Matplotlib library is installed in your computer or not. Now, the first option, if you have installed Python using Anaconda, then Matplotlib library is already installed on your computer. So you don't have to worry for that. And how you can check? You can check it by starting the Anaconda navigator. From the navigator window, you will find the environments option. Then when you will click the environments option, you will get a lot of options. Okay. And if you scroll it down alphabetically, you will find the Matplotlib library there. So I will show you how. You go to the start button, then you click Anaconda. Here you click. It takes some time. So till then, let us see the next option. And if you have installed Python using standard official distribution, then you have to install the Matplotlib separately. And how you can do that? See, you have these options. First, you will need to download wheel package of Matplotlib as per Python's version installed, and the platform means whatever operating system you have. Okay, now for this, one link is given in your book. So this is the link which you have to type in the URL and download the required wheel package as per your platform. Next, you need to install it by the following commands, and these commands you have to type in command prompt. Okay, so this is the second option. But in school, we have already installed the Anaconda, so you don't have to worry for the Matplotlib. Okay, now let us see. So here, this is the Anaconda navigator. So here you will see environments. When you will click environments, these are all the installed packages. Okay, so you can see it is installed all alphabetically, A then B. So let us see where Matplotlib is installed. This one. So you can see here. So it is already installed. Okay, so you don't have to worry for that. Now here you will find a screenshot in your book also. So already I have shown it how it is there. Now how to import the PyPlot. In order to use PyPlot on your computers for data visualization, first you need to import it in the Python environment by the following commands. There are two options, any of the option you can use. First is import matplotlib.pyplot. So this would require you to refer to every command of pyplot as matplotlib.pyplot. Means every time you are using any pyplot command, you have to write matplotlib.pyplot. And the other option is import matplotlib.pyplot as pl. Okay, so this PL is a representation of matplotlib.pl. So whenever you will be using some commands, you can simply write PL dot that particular command. So these are the two options. Okay, so this one and this one. Now, working with pyplot methods. The pyplot interface provides many methods for two-dimensional plotting of data. The matplotlib's pyplot interface lets one plot data in multiple ways. So what are the different ways? You can have line chart, bar chart, pie chart, scatter chart, etc. Okay. You can easily plot the data available in the form of NumPy arrays or data frames. So one example you can see here. Import NumPy as NP, import matplotlib.pyplot as PL. So here PL is the alias of matplotlib.pyplot. So in place of PL, you can give any legal identifier. Now x equal to np.linespace 1, 5, 6. So I hope you remember what was the function of linespace which we have already studied in NumPy. So whenever a particular range is given 1, 6, 1, 5 and 6 is what? The count. Means within the range of 1 to 5 you have to give 6 elements. Okay. So this will generate an array in the range of 1 to 5 having 6 elements. Now y equal to np.log of x. So whatever values you will get here, that for all those values the log values will be calculated and it will be stored in y. So x will also have a range of values and y will also have a range of values. Now pl.plot. So here you are using the plot function using the alias PL. So PL.plot x comma y. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Okay. So when you will use the PL.plot function, automatically this graph will be made or it will be printed. Okay. So you will understand all these examples better in the later part of the chapter. Now, basics of simple plotting. Data visualization essentially means graphical representation of compiled data. So whatever data you have compiled, then its graphical representation is known as data visualization. Thus, graphs and charts are very effective tools for data visualization. Now, let us see some commonly used chart types. One is your line chart, then you have the bar chart and then the scatter plot. Now, a line chart or line graph is a type of chart which displays information as a series of data points, and these data points are known as markers, and these data points are connected by straight line segments. So it is a line chart. Then you have the bar chart. A bar chart or bar graph is a chart or graph that represents categorical data with rectangular bars with heights or lengths proportional to the values that they represent. So these are here you will get it in the form of some bars. Okay, it will have heights and lengths. So the bars can be plotted vertically or horizontally. Next you have scatter plot. So scatter plot is similar to the line chart, only the difference is here all the data points or the markers are joined to make some lines, and here there is no line to join the data points. So the scatter plot is similar to a line chart. The major difference is that while line graph connects the data points with a line, scatter chart simply plots the data points to show the trend in the data. So these are the most common chart types. So here you see it's represented graphically. So this is the line chart. Here all the data points are joined. Okay, this is the bar chart. So here you can see different bars. So here it is represented vertically. These can also be represented horizontally in this pattern. Okay, and this is the scatter plot. Here only you can see the trends of the data points. The data points are not joined. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Here I have just given an introduction. So next class we will start with all the other concepts. So that's all. Thank you and have a good day. Stay fit and healthy.